Howdy diddly dandy there, chums, 'tis I, Captain of the Steves, and in my last video for No Man's Sky that I put out there, I was looking at how many golems are actually on a planet. Now, I invited people over to my golem planet to build there and to build at golems if they possibly could. And 4 people, at very least, have done exactly that. So I'm just going to pop on over to the portal, and in today's episode what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at each of these lovely bases inside of the system. I mean, there's only 9 here. I mean, some of these might have effigies at them as well, I really don't know, but we're going to take a look at each of the bases, and what I'm looking for in today's episode is if the golems that they have found have any subtle differences to the one that I have found. So you can see here this one's got like an archway above what I assume is its head. It's got a little observatory, almost like it's got 3 eyes facing forwards. It's got a giant sort of shoulder cannon. It's got one hand on its knee, the other hand on the floor. I think I can kind of commit that to memory. Well, let's go through the portal and let's see if other people's golem finds are the same as mine. Yes, here we go. All right, we're going to go to the ones that have definitely got golems inside of the images first. So we're going to go to Electrician's 1 base. Let's warp there. Righto, so I have arrived, Acated, and it looks like they've just put down a little shed for now, just so they can get to their golem. Let's have a quick look, see if this is the same as mine. Now, what I would say is they have placed a trident in front of theirs, which looks pretty darn cool. That is not part of their golem, but their golem looks very similar to my golem in makeup, its seating position, everything. That does look like a copy and paste of my golem. However, did mine have this big crack across its face? I don't know whether it did. It almost looks like it's got some sort of image of the Atlas inside of there. Maybe? I don't know. I'm going to have to go recheck on mine in a bit. But yeah, I don't know whether mine had a crack there or not. I mean, there's a big crack going all the way down the front of the golem. Perhaps I just didn't spot that on mine. But yeah, I think other than that, I think that is pretty much exactly the same as my own. They've got like a little shed here. They've got a landing pad here. They've used a little bit of relic-esque stuff going on. It looks like it's a bit of a work in progress, but nicely done. Nice one, Electrician 1. Alright, let's use the teleporter and let's go and have a look at another, shall we? Here we go. Other bases. You know what? I'm going to do one golem that's got a golem, obviously, in the picture. And then I'm going to do one that hasn't got a golem in the picture, just to double check. So we're going to go to this one. This is by Irrit. Let's go there. So some people might not have found a golem yet. They may have just put down a base so they can go hunt for a golem. And now, there are beetles on this planet. I would suggest adopting one. They fly quite slowly. And as they're flying over the landscape, you can see the golems quite easy. Far easier than if you're in your ship. Anyway, let's go into camera mode. Let's have a look, see if I can see a golem in close proximity. I can't see any golems in close proximity. So they must have put this base here to come and hunt for golems. Now, if you do want to come hunt for a golem, there's the actual portal coordinates in the lower left corner. What I would say is please don't build on top of other people's bases. Do not build on top of the portal here, or else it would just make people's time in getting here longer. And try to be respectful of people's golem finds and build your base well away from those. Considering that I want to go and sort of catalogue just how many are on these planets. So far, 4 from what I can tell. Anyway, so let's head on in then. So I think it's probably safe to say that I should only really visit the actual bases that have the golem pictures inside of them. Righto, with that in mind, let's go look at another one. Let's go look at Ghastly Regent 65 and let's have a look at their golem. If their golem's got a crack in the face, I think it's safe to say that mine's probably got a crack in the face as well. Righto, well, we've arrived, Acated. Let's go and have a look at their golem. Righto, there you go. Camera mode. Up into the sky. Yeah, look, it has got a crack. That one has also got a crack all the way in its face too. You can kind of see inside of its body mass inside of these cracks, can't you? It's like they're being held together by magic or something. Pretty darn freaking epic. Whoever designed these, very nicely done at Hello Games Studio. Well done. And they got some sort of weird script engraved into them. I don't think that's the normal No Man's Sky script either. They're very cool, these, but yeah, again, it's in exactly the same seated position, exactly the same configuration and makeup. I'm not seeing any variance in Golem type so far, people, but we do have a couple more to check. Yeah, nice little base here. Yeah, fairly simple, easy in construction. Righto, let's head on back in then. Kaboom! So have a look, other bases. And I think what we do is we help Winston's. I think this is just going to be a colossal archive, people. I don't think this is going to have a golem in close proximity, but it might. Righto, chums. Well, I looked at Winston's, and Winston's was just a placeholder. It was just a colossal archive, as I assumed. There was no golem there. Okay, right. Well, let's go into camera mode. Let's have a look at this one. Yes, crack in the face. I must have just missed that detail on my one when I was looking earlier. But yeah, exactly the same configuration and makeup at Rusty Nails. Looks like Rusty Nails has got some sort of like little mini shed thing going on down there. We could go and have a quick look inside, I suppose. Got a little Yoda hut and some relics on yonder hill. What a lovely find. Yours is nestled in quite a nice place, Rusty. Very cool. Okay, well, let's just have a look inside of your little gaff over here. Okay, we've got some flaming barrels and some lovely doors. Lots of doors to choose from. And we've got ourselves a settee in there. Very nice. Okay. So, yeah, I don't think people have really gone to town on these bases. It's just pretty much how to get here. Oh, no. Insufficient power. Okay, let's charge this up then. Kaboom. And, yeah, done. There we are. Righto. So, I'll go and have a look at a couple of other bases, and then we'll probably look at the Red Queens lastly. I just want to check Tracy the Reds to see if there is a golem there. I mean, her thumbnail is very dark, so it's hard to say. I'll have a look. Well, holy moly. They've built this at a trading post, but look at this farm. That's a vertical farm and a half. I think she's got everything growing there. I say she. I'm sorry to assume your gender, but with a name like Tracy... unless you're Dick Tracy, the detective. You know, it probably stands to reason that I'm using the correct terminologies. But anyways, there's another little shed down here as well, using relics. And a load of plants adorning the pathway in. Very cool. Okay, well, it's a nice little base. I thought it was worth a showcase. Winston's had a landing pad that was on top of the Colossal Archive, which was a lovely bit of engineering. But other than that, there wasn't too much to show at Winston's base, so I didn't really capture much footage for that one. In fact, none. Righto, well, there we go. So that's a pretty cool base, but no golem there. But nicely done. All right, let's have a look. So, yeah, that was Tracy the Red. Righto, let's go on over here then, and let's go hit this up, and let's go have a look at another base. Right, well, I'm going to look at Fatal Splash. I can see landing pads, but again, it's a very dark thumbnail. Is there going to be an effigy, or not an effigy? Let's go see. Right, well, we've arrived, and so is a giant, massive lump of terrain. Can I even get out of the front door? Can I even get up the stairs? No, I can't. So I can't actually get out to look to see if there is an effigy out there. Let's go into the old camera mode and let's see if we can get the camera through the door. Way, we're out. Okay, let's put the sun in the sky. Let's have a look what we've got here exactly. So we've got some landing pads. Nice. Some stairwells. I'm not seeing an effigy in close proximity to this little island. What a lovely little spot for a base, though. It's a shame that the terrain is ingressed inside of there, though, chap. But yeah, pretty darn freaking gnarly. That looks like one of the old staircases from yesteryear, but no, actually, that's perfectly fine. Okay, right. Yeah, no effigy here, but look at that. Isn't that cool? Look, this game is beautiful. It really is. Okay, anyway, I'd go back into the old teleporter and go and have a look at another base. Alright, let's go over, and other bases. You know what? The Red Queen has definitely got one in. This is the only other one I haven't looked at, the old Swede. So we're going to go there. Looks like they've built something out at sea. I don't think this is going to have an effigy, but you never know. I can hear a bite beat already. Bite beat? Yeah. Frick yeah. Oh yeah, that's a pretty cool little bite beat. I like that. Sounds like a little glockenspiel. Oh, I like your use of skeleton, mate. Oh, that's actually really cool. Alright, well, let's head on outside. Let's go into the old camera mode. Sun in the sky. Let's have a little look around. Okay, so relic out at sea. Very cool. Quite a lovely little base. I like your little canopy. Yeah, it's alright, isn't it? It's a nice, tidy little base. There's probably more to it than what I've seen. But yeah, there's no effigy here. Oh, look, there's another base over there. Well, that's unusual. Okay. Oh, well, that was the one with the terrain that's built in. I can only assume that these two probably know each other. Maybe they're friends or something. Maybe they're both here right now looking for effigies as I speak. But yeah, pretty darn freaking cool. Very slick base. Now I've got to try and find where the teleporter was. There it is. Righto. Right, so we're going to go over to the Red Queen's base lastly. Now, the Red Queen also does YouTube, also covers No Man's Sky. Last time I checked. Right, well, we have arrived, Decoded. Let's have a look at their golem. Go on, have a sword and a shield or a battle axe or something. Okay, this one's got a trident in front of it too. Okay, well, that's random, isn't it? Unless there's two base computers in the same location, or they've just got the same idea of building tridents. This looks like the same one as Rusty Nails. This looks exactly the same as the Rusty Nails base. Maybe they collabed. Maybe there's two base computers in the same location. There is an easy way to find out. Yeah. Oh, the Red Queen, sorry, and Electricians 1. The Red Queen and Electricians 1, perhaps they know each other, perhaps they're friends, and perhaps this was a collab between the two of them. Okay, well, that makes sense. All right, coolio. Lovely jubbly. Very awesome indeed. But yeah, I've already seen this. So actually, there's only 3 golems found so far on this planet. Now, I gave the portal code earlier. I'm going to give it again. And this time I'm going to try and make it a bit darker. There you go. So there you go. There's the portal code. I'll try and make that as large as I can on the screen for everybody out there in the viewerverse. If you do want to come here and help for the search for golems, I will probably start doing some tours of this area. Perhaps after I finish doing my Easter event. Maybe this could be a summer thing, so you get an early access to this one. Now, what I would love to see on this planet, if you don't find a golem, if you are just to build a base here, maybe build it using relic parts, stone and wood. Try to avoid maybe the metal prefabby bits like this. Try and make it look like something that we would find in Light No Fire. I think that could be a really nice idea, people in the viewerverse. Build some lovely bases that look like they're in keeping for Light No Fire on this planet. And, you know, maybe we can drive up a little bit of hype. Have a little bit of speculation of what we might see in Light No Fire. I mean, if you've already built... I mean, this is lovely. This is fine. This looks great already. This stone stuff, it does. But then the metal prefabs, you can see there that they kind of stand out a bit like a sore thumb. If you are to put metal prefabby bits like this down, maybe disguise them with relics like I did at my base. But yeah, try and make a relic-y type, castle-y type thing. Something that you'd hope to see in Light No Fire, people inside the viewerverse. Anyway, there we go. So there we go. Relic Golem Hunting Planet. Yeah, and I'll do a summer event here, I think, people. So after my Easter one, I'll move over to here. Goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye again.
the screen.